Hello everyone, I'm Rafika. I would like to present my PowerPoint about the study of comparative literary model. This is the chapter 2 of this book. So, literature and cultural participation. Social interest can be characterized as participation in any action that for people speaks to a way of expanding their claims of social and enlightening capacity and capital, which make a different characterize their character and or allows for individual expression. So literature and cultural participation, which mean that everyone can interest based on their culture and how its character will allows the individual or a person to express their emotion. Then we talk about workshop structure. So workshop structure. So cultural participation does not regard activities carried out for employment purposes. The group visiting a museum in participating in cultural activities. The paid museum guide is not. So these are the examples of the cultural participation itself. So the structure is when the cultural participation does not regard activity carried out for employment purposes. So the example is the group visiting a museum is a participating in cultural activities. The paid museum guide is not. So it's about how the people who are amazed, or come to a museum is the participation of the event itself. It's not the guide, but it is the participation, but it is the audience, the customer who come to the museum. That is the cultural participation. So we talk about this. The first one, we talk about the cultural participation. The first one is about the inventive art participation engages the mind, body, and spirit in an act of artistic creation. So it's like people who like go to museum or go to art galleries to feeling the emotion of the art itself. And the second is interpretive arts participation is a creative act of self-expression that brings alive and add value to pre-existing work of art. And then curatorial art participation is the creative act of purposely selecting, organizing, and collecting art to the satisfaction of one's own artistic sensibility. So this is the person who is a collector. And the fourth one is the person observational art participation encompasses art experiences that an individual select or consent to, motivated by some expectation of value. So it's like criticism. So people who criticism of an art. So it call it observational art participation. There are um kind of ca- uh, cultural participation. Whether they are inventive art participation, interpretive art participation, called curatorial arts participation, or observational arts participation. And the last one is ambience art participation involves expressing art consciously or subconsciously, that is not purposefully selected art that happens to you. So that are the five kind of people who are participating in cultural. So cultural participation remains a crucial issue within the domain of culture. Although it is important reverberates in other social, economic, and cultural aspects, taking account of these interactions give a better understanding of the meaning of the cultural participation in different contexts. While it should not encourage any purely instrumental attitude. So come to the French and American school are quite similar as far as their grouping, diversity and liberalization. But there are minor differences, especially stemming from the lack of a truly comparative perspective in the French schools. So so even though they are American and French school are same in their system, maybe in their grouping, diversity, liberalization, but there still have a differences between this country, between this school. So that's why the comparative happened in this kind of situation. The American school has a blend of a wide range of things which at times make it appear diffuse on the other hand. The French school tries to appear limited and restrictive, but the confined methodology causes its scope to shrink considerably. Considerably. So whether it is American and French, they have their own uniqueness, they have their own differences. So even though they are in the same quality like school or same system like globalization and freedom and etc., but still they have a different in kind of minority, just like how I said before. So in brief, the scope of comparative literature can be broken down into three kinds, which are national literature, world literature, and general literature. At the same time, the relationship between national literature, world literature, and general literature will also be pointed out as to gain better comprehension. There are some differences and similarities that can be found when making a comparison and contrasting amongst four of them. So that's all for me. Thank you so much and cheers. Cheers, everyone. Have a good day.